Picture this. Everything you've ever held dear about intelligence, its shimmering promise of success, its crown of glory, its whispered assurance of a brighter future, suddenly crumbles. What if being intelligent, or daring to chase genius, isn't the shining gift we've been taught to revere, but a shadowed burden, a silent curse, a wellspring of deep, unshakable unhappiness? Hold that thought, because by the time this video ends, you might find yourself questioning whether you'd ever want to be intelligent at all. Enter Arthur Schopenhauer, a philosopher as daring as he was misunderstood, whose ideas sliced through centuries like a blade through silk. He dared to claim that intelligence, far from the blessing we celebrate, hides a dangerous edge most never see. To him, it's a thief, stealing our peace, dimming our happiness, and stripping away life's simplest joys. Today, we're peeling back the layers of his radical secret about intelligence, what he uncovered, why it still echoes, and how it might reshape the way you see your mind and the world itself. Get ready. This isn't just a story. It's a revelation. Schopenhauer was a man deeply acquainted with the struggles of life. Born in 1788, his philosophy was profoundly shaped by a world filled with suffering, uncertainty, and disillusionment. While his contemporaries were focused on grand ideals of progress and reason, Schopenhauer chose to look into the shadows of the human condition. He wasn't interested in flattering us with comforting lies about human potential. Instead, he exposed uncomfortable truths, and one of his most striking revelations was about the cost of intelligence. To Schopenhauer, intelligence was not merely the ability to solve problems or accumulate knowledge. It was a double-edged sword, a tool that could elevate us to great heights, but also plunge us into the depths of despair. He believed that the more intelligent a person was, the more acutely they experienced life's suffering. Think about it. Have you ever felt that the more you understood the world, the more alienated or disillusioned you became? That's exactly what Schopenhauer meant. Here's the paradox he revealed. Intelligence heightens our awareness, but it also amplifies our sensitivity to pain and imperfection. The brighter the light of our understanding, the darker the shadows it casts. An intelligent mind, according to Schopenhauer, sees through illusions, the comforting lies we tell ourselves to make life bearable. It sees the futility of chasing endless desires, the transient nature of success, and the inevitability of loss. While this awareness can lead to profound insights, it can also leave us feeling isolated, overwhelmed, and detached. Schopenhauer's insights resonate deeply with the concept of existential dread, a term later popularized by thinkers like Søren Kierkegaard and Jean-Paul Sartre. The more we understand the universe and our place within it, the more we are confronted by its indifference. This is a burden that the highly intelligent bear more intensely than others. Schopenhauer argued that this heightened awareness could even erode our ability to find joy in simple pleasures. A less intelligent person might find contentment in mundane routines or shallow pursuits, but an intelligent individual often sees through these distractions, rendering them hollow and unsatisfying. Does this mean intelligence is inherently bad? Not exactly. Schopenhauer recognized its value, but urged us to see it for what it truly is: a tool, not a solution. He believed that many intelligent people fall into the trap of over-relying on their intellect to navigate life, hoping it will lead them to happiness. But happiness, he argued, is not a product of knowledge or reasoning. It is rooted in something much simpler and, paradoxically, less cerebral: peace of mind. Consider this. How often have you been consumed by overthinking? How many sleepless nights have you spent replaying scenarios in your mind, analyzing, second-guessing, trying to find answers to unanswerable questions? Schopenhauer would say this is the curse of intelligence, a restless mind that cannot stop searching even when there is nothing to find. At this point, you might be asking yourself, if intelligence is such a double-edged sword, should we turn away from seeking knowledge or strive to become less aware? Schopenhauer's answer was surprisingly practical. While he didn't suggest abandoning intelligence, he emphasized the importance of managing its effects. He believed that cultivating tranquility, a state of inner calm and detachment, was the antidote to the turmoil caused by an overactive mind. Tranquility, according to Schopenhauer, requires us to accept certain truths about life. First, we must acknowledge that suffering is an inevitable part of the human experience. Instead of resisting it or trying to outthink it, we should learn to coexist with it. Second, we must recognize the limits of our understanding. No matter how intelligent we are, there will always be mysteries we cannot solve and questions we cannot answer. Accepting this can free us from the exhausting pursuit of certainty. Finally, Schopenhauer urged us to seek meaning not in grand achievements or intellectual conquests, but in the simple, fleeting moments of beauty and connection that life offers. A sunset, a piece of music, a quiet conversation with a loved one. These are the treasures that even the most brilliant mind cannot improve upon. But here's the twist. Schopenhauer also believed that the ultimate form of tranquility lies in letting go of the self, the very entity that craves understanding and control. This radical idea draws from Eastern philosophies, particularly Buddhism, which influenced his thinking. By transcending the ego, Schopenhauer argued, we could free ourselves from the endless cycle of desire and suffering that intelligence so often magnifies. So, what does this mean for you? How does Schopenhauer's insights about intelligence apply to your life? Let's pause for a moment to reflect. Have you ever felt that your intelligence, or your constant drive to understand and analyze, has made you more unhappy than fulfilled? Have you ever wished you could turn off your thoughts, even just for a moment, and find peace in simply being? Share your thoughts in the comments below, because this is a conversation worth having. And remember, we're only just beginning to uncover Schopenhauer's hidden secret about intelligence. What he revealed next might change the way you view not only your mind, but your entire existence. Now let's delve deeper into Schopenhauer's perspective and uncover why he believed intelligence often leads to a profound sense of isolation. To understand this, we must examine a key principle of his philosophy: the will to live. For Schopenhauer, the will to live is the fundamental force driving all existence. It's an insatiable, blind impulse that compels every living being to survive, reproduce, and strive, even in the face of inevitable suffering. This will is irrational, relentless, and, most importantly, indifferent to the happiness or well-being of the individual. We are all, in Schopenhauer's words, slaves to the will, caught in an endless cycle of desire and dissatisfaction. Here's where intelligence comes into play. A less intelligent person might live in harmony with the will, pursuing desires without questioning their deeper meaning or purpose. But for the highly intelligent, the story is very different. Their heightened awareness allows them to see through the illusions of the will, to recognize the futility of chasing one desire after another, only to be left unfulfilled. This clarity, however, comes at a cost. It creates a disconnection between the intelligent individual and the rest of humanity. After all, how can you relate to those who are content with superficial pursuits when you see life's deeper, darker truths? This disconnect can make the intelligent person feel like an outsider, an observer rather than a participant in the human experience. They are burdened by insights that most people never confront, insights that reveal the absurdity and transience of existence. But here's the paradox. Schopenhauer believed that the same intelligence which isolates and burdens us also holds the key to transcending the will. How? Through the power of art and contemplation. Art, according to Schopenhauer, offers a unique escape from the suffering of the will. When we engage with art, whether it's music, literature, or visual beauty, we enter a state of pure perception. In these moments, we are no longer consumed by desires or the incessant demands of the will. Instead, we experience a rare kind of freedom where we can simply observe and appreciate life without the weight of striving. Take music, for example, which Schopenhauer considered the highest form of art. He described it as a direct expression of the will, capable of transcending language and intellect. Unlike other art forms that represent aspects of the world, music speaks to something deeper. It resonates with our innermost being, offering a glimpse of solace in an otherwise turbulent existence. This idea might resonate with you. Think about a time when you were moved by a piece of music, a painting, or a powerful story. For those brief moments, the chaos of life seemed to fade away, and you felt connected to something greater, something timeless. Schopenhauer believed that these moments are not just fleeting pleasures, but profound opportunities to step outside the cycle of suffering and glimpse a higher truth. Schopenhauer's hidden secret about intelligence challenges everything we've been taught to cherish about our minds. It's not just a gift. It's a burden that sharpens our suffering, isolates us from the world, and strips away the simple joys others take for granted. Yet, within this stark revelation lies a glimmer of hope, a path to something greater. Can the same intelligence that torments us also set us free? How might art, contemplation, and a radical shift in perspective transform the curse into a key to transcendence? Stay with us, because in Part 2, we'll dive deeper into Schopenhauer's radical solutions, unveiling how he believed we can quiet the relentless will, find peace amidst the storm, and perhaps even redefine what it means to live a truly intelligent life. Don't miss it. Your view of yourself and the world might never be the same.